Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the ranch. I'm Dr. Lee, and it is, as you can see, another beautiful day in South Texas. I hope the weather's good where you are, and I hope life has been treating you well. We are all doing great out here on the ranch. Thanks for asking. Mark is healing up quite well from his surgery several weeks back, and we'll be starting radiation treatments tomorrow. I'll be taking Mark to Houston tomorrow morning, and they will be getting that all underway. It'll last about 6 weeks. So after that, we'll have our boy all patched up and back in the saddle again, so we're all anxious for that. Matt's been gone a lot. Matt and Meredith, they've been gone a lot. So between Mark recuperating and Matt and Meredith being gone, my wife and I have had a lot of time to spend with the grandkids, so I got a lot of Baba time in there. That's what they all call me. So we've had a good time out here on the ranch too. Who likes watching Cars?
Me.
Cars 2 or Cars 1 or Cars 2?
Cars 2.
Which one's the best?
3.
3? Is there a 3?
I mean, Cars 2.
Okay, very good. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
See you later.
See you later.
All right.
Abe, we're throwing rocks. That's our goal here.
Yeah.
But Abe keeps walking out into the water to get his rocks that he's throwing.
The best rocks are in the water.
So I had him kind of settled. Abe, no! Abe!
Oh.
All he wants to do is ride the four-wheeler. All she wants to do is stay here. So.
Yep.
Nope. He can climb all the
Welcome
way.
to fatherhood.
Watch him. He will climb all the way onto that seat.
Yep. Can you get up there?
Good job, bud. Show Baba.
What is it?
A shell.
A shell? How very nice. And also, Uncle Floyd is doing just fine. You guys always ask about Floyd, and he's doing quite well. He had surgery a week ago today, and I took him in for that, and I took him back today for his 7-day recheck, and everything is going just fine. So thanks for all your kind interest in Uncle Floyd. You guys are always asking about him and always saying prayers for him, and we appreciate all that. But he's doing just great, and he told me to tell you. I told him I was going to make a video today, and he said, well, tell everybody I said hey. So anyway, from Uncle Floyd, howdy do. He's doing just fine. And again, thanks for asking and being concerned about him. Well, I've only had the opportunity to put one video out since Christmas, and I feel kind of bad about that, but we will be getting more videos down now. I've got a lot more time in the upcoming months, so hopefully I can get back to a regular schedule with that. And due to the fact that I haven't been able to put a video up in that amount of time, you guys have missed a heck of a lot of the game camera action. All the cameras that I have sitting out here on the ranch that run 24 hours a day and pick up all the game. Y'all always comment about how you enjoy watching those game cameras. So I put, and this goes back over a month, I put a whole bunch of little snippets of videos together for you and made you a nice little game video. So I hope you enjoy this. The white-tailed deer are really looking good now. A lot of green vegetation there for them, and they are very, very healthy. The bucks are still chasing the does a little bit, but for the most part, breeding season is over. All the does are really, really looking good, nice and healthy, and a lot of body fat, a lot of muscle. I've been watching this big buck for 3 years. He broke his back right ankle about 2 years ago, and I expected him to die that year because of it, but he's accommodated it very, very well, acclimated to it. This is him too, walking out across this pasture. You'll see another buck back off to his right kind of under where that car just drove in. And I was watching them, and to let you know the background of the story, we have a couple of young bucks that are just clowns. They're always in trouble. They're always fighting. And if you'll look in the right part of your screen, it's kind of dark, but you can see them up there fighting right now. And they're making these two older bucks nervous as they can be. And if you'll keep watching on this next video here, you'll see why. They have their antlers hooked together. And I am not surprised. They're always goofing off and always fighting and always creating problems in the herd. And here's what happens. This is 2 days later. This is one of the little knuckleheads right here. And if you look closely, he's broken off 3 of his tines on his antlers there. The 2, what we call dog catchers in the middle, are broken. The 2 short ones in the middle, and then one of his tines on his right antler is busted off. Here's his other partner in crime coming up behind him right now. Unfortunately, he does not come up much further, so we can't really tell if his antlers are intact or not, but knuckleheads, I swear. Here's some does coming down. Again, you can see the lush grasses. They're really looking good. And this is probably a mama and a yearling baby from last year. I don't know, she may be a little bit older than that. But this is what they do. As the moms groom the babies all the time, and as the babies turn into adults, the moms continue to groom them. And the babies, you know, return or reciprocate and keep the moms clean too. So sometimes these little bath times last 15-20 minutes. And again, you can look at these does. They are really, really pretty, really, really healthy. A lot of muscle, a lot of body fat. They're really in great condition. And that will really help the fawn crop when it comes around. This is a little Axis Doe that came in to get some breakfast as well, a little spotted Axis Doe. And this little doe right here has a baby coming up behind her, and this is one of the babies from last year. And she's a little yearling doe right now and lost all her spots. Really, really a pretty little deer. And if you look at these guys, rain does not slow them down at all. When those feeders go off, they come in like a bunch of piranhas, man. They are ready to eat. They like that corn. And here's our 2 knuckleheads again. One of them decided it was time to take a selfie. So he came up there and hogged the camera. You can't see much of the other one. He's over there on the left side. You still can't see much of his rack. And once again, there's another one of our little babies from last year. And if you look close, right behind her is another one. And the little baby's growing up good. I thought this was a cool picture with the sun's rays coming down through it. And here's a handsome little spike buck. Got 2 little tiny horns growing now, so those will be antlers next year. And also our cardinals enjoy the corn too. This is a little male cardinal. I thought that was a pretty picture of him. And this is a greater heron, greater blue heron, and this is a juvenile version. He'll be about twice that size when he's an adult. Really, really fun birds to watch. And there's a big old cat coming through. Who would have ever guessed that? We don't see many bobcats. This is a pretty good sized cat right here. Most of the bobcats are between 15 and 25 pounds. However, some of the males will get up to 30 or 35 pounds. This is a fairly small one right here. This is probably a 20-pound cat, more than likely a little female. And their breeding season is just about to start. And as you can see, she's not interested in anything but grooming right now. She came up there and she's taking a bath and taking care of all parts, if you know what I mean. But we don't see many bobcats around here. They're kind of rare, so this was a special thing. I wish she'd been over to the left just a little bit more. We could have seen her a whole lot better. But nevertheless, interesting just to see them. It's also funny to watch their mannerisms. They're just like house cats, or maybe house cats are just like them with all their grooming and stretching mannerisms that they do. And we're seeing these guys now too. I repeated this one, this little video, repeated the meat of it, and that's a coyote coming through. And I did the same thing with this one over and over so you could see him and tell what he is. The coyotes keep their tails down. That's the way you can tell a coyote from a fox. The fox's tails always stick straight out behind them. But the coyotes are coming back, and they are in big numbers right now. Their breeding season is just about to start too, and so we'll be seeing them a lot. And this is one of those things where the moms stay with the babies and the males go out and do all the hunting. And these coyotes are really, really in good shape. We've got a lot of bunny rabbits this year, a lot of jackrabbits around, so the coyotes have had a lot of nutrition. And then we have these other canines that aren't necessarily always welcome, and especially when you come around and do things like this right in front of the camera. Man, if that's not sticking it in your face, I don't know what it is. But anyway, you guys get out of here. Go on back home before somebody shoots you. And then we see these kind of critters coming through here too. You never know what you're going to see out here on the ranch at night. And sometimes you'll see Mark and old Abe coming through. And what would be a night without a big old hog coming through? And then these little stinky guys right here, the camera just barely caught them, so I repeated the video over and over so you could see. They represent 73% of the rabies cases in Texas. And here's another corn thief coming up on the deer feeder. And the foxes. We have seen so many foxes this year. It's just unbelievable. Every camera picks up foxes every night, and there's always in singles. And what's going on is all the mamas are in their dens right now with their babies. This is about the time of year where the foxes have their babies. They're a little bit earlier than the coyotes. And the moms are holed up in the dens and the dads are out hunting. So almost all these foxes that we're seeing right now, more than likely, they're dads. And as you'll notice, like I said a while ago, the foxes carry their tails out straight behind them. And here's an interesting picture in broad daylight. These are gray foxes, and most of the time we see them at night, but you'll see them every now and then in the day, especially when they're out trying to procure food for the babies. And boy, we're going to have a good baby crop because they're everywhere. And once again, here's the food source for all of these canines that are in the area right now. And boy, the canines have come back. The foxes and coyotes are crazy in their numbers, but then again, so is their food source. And the bunny rabbits, the jackrabbits, like these guys, make up a lot of that. Lots of bunnies, lots of bunnies. And of course, what would a night be without a bunch of these masked bandits in there? And yeah, they're back to their habits again. They're stealing the corn out of the deer feeders, just like the squirrels do. But they're a little bit more adept at it, and their numbers are much greater too. And I know a lot of you guys have sent me information on how to build things that would keep them out, and a lot of great suggestions. And to be honest with you, I'd like to say I haven't had time to do it, but I think the laziness is probably a bigger part of why it has not been done yet. But nevertheless, they're still back at it, and they're still just as mischievous as always, and going up there to get that corn. And here's some of our Axis deer. You can see these are some bucks in here that have really, really beautiful antlers. And just great racks on some of these Axis. They're a little bit bigger than the whitetail, probably about 15 to 20% bigger deer. This is a bunch of small bucks right here all together, and they're enjoying that lush green grass that we rarely see in January and February, but there's a lot of it this year. And just beautiful deer. And import deer, they're not controlled by the game laws or anything like that. Here's a bunch of them coming through late at night on a foggy night. Kind of an eerie video here, but two great big bucks right there. Cool looking deer. Just love those Axis. And to end it all, this little guy, I see him every night. This camera too picks him up, And he comes through going left to right, and he goes back home right to left. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little wildlife video there. I just love watching the wildlife out here on the ranch. I know you guys enjoy that as well. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed that. Well, guys, that's about it from out here on the ranch for this video today. And I say about it, there is one more thing I would like to bring up to you. In the past 3 or 4 months, I've had a lot of our viewers contact me and tell me about them having cancer issues or other serious health issues, and either them or their loved ones as well. And I thought, once again, I've done this about a year ago and it was very heartwarming. I'd like to do it again, and that is I would like to open the comment section up to all of you out there who have problems going on in your life. And it doesn't just have to be health problems. It can be anything from financial issues to problems within your family. But if you would like to open your heart up and let all the rest of us pray for you, or for those that aren't praying type people, the positive energy, the good wishes, the good thoughts, that plays such a big part in our healing. Not just our physical healing, but our spiritual and mental and emotional healing as well. So I'm opening up the comment section to any of you who have situations going on in your life and you just need a little company. We are here for you. You guys all know what all my subscribers are like. They're all, you guys are just the best people ever, and I know you'll take care of one another. So something's heavy on your heart, let us know about it. We'll have you in our thoughts. We'll have you in our best wishes. We will be wishing you a lot of positive energy, and we will be praying for you as well. So when I opened up my heart, you guys came through in spades, and I could feel it. Let me tell you, I can feel it. So once again, I'll take my turn here right now too. We still have a long way to go, and it's still a serious problem with Mark. And I would again ask you for your prayers, and for those of you who aren't the praying type, that's okay too. We all are in this together, and I need your help as well. So if you would continue your prayers, your good wishes, your best thoughts, whatever it is you do when your friends are in need, I would appreciate that for my son, and all of the other people would appreciate that for them or their loved ones in the comment section below. So please take advantage of this situation if you need help. And for all the rest of you, please read through the comment section just so you can see what your brothers and sisters are going through, and you can help them out too. Well, guys, that's it. Thank you for being who you are. I love you guys. Y'all are the best. I don't know what I would do without this channel and all the wonderful friends that I've made in the last 2 years with this goofy little YouTube channel. Guys, you take care. Well, I look forward to seeing you next time. Always remember I love you, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye now. So what you doing there, Al?
Neutering a dog, Dad.
All right. Who's going to learn you?
That's a mistake.